A jujube production, an art eruption, feed into my words like suction. Cause it's something in the way that I love art. It frees the spirit, mind, and the heart. So let's soon hear the percussion while I'm busting without rushing. Free from words that are cussing. It's about creativity, this time I'm gonna define the process I can't explain. That's images from my brain, it's like traces of footprints that lead out of town. Or a newfound inspiration of taste and sounds. The idea's faster than what comes from my mouth. My thoughts heavy by the pound instead of feeling.
My name is Janice Jacinto, aka Jujube. I'm an emerging visual artist, and I guess some interesting part about myself right now is that I'm also a lyricist for rap music in Vancouver.
Goes round and round. I just simply like to meditate, elevate with some cafe, give my head a shake. Images from my mind start to...
Art in itself is ritualistic. By nature, I feel like I can really create art in a kind of a therapeutic setting. It helps me to cope through my mental health.
My people today, the artists I truly adore, Maya, John, Tima, and more. They've helped me to open doors, bleeding colors from my pores.
Lately, I've been just using these Indian ink pens, and my process really is about, basically I'm dealing with manic depressive traits, and I usually use that energy that I have, to create art. And sometimes it may seem like random, like just the way I approach it, but it's really all about the intuitive process to begin with.
With the energy that is stored.
Outlining different personas that I have. I have many different personalities that come out through my art, and I could just pull out one photograph that I made, which was a photograph of me and the map of India, pretty much superimposed into my face.
Apart, doesn't matter how slow or fast you are, the connections.
That photograph that I created kind of outlines the way I see my life. Like it's endless roads and so many different doors that you can open. So that's why I'm just thinking of it right now. I guess that's why I put a map on my face, and to kind of open up avenues and so forth.
Imagination, put your ideas into an animation. It's an occasion and a moment full of sensation.
Right now I'm composing rap music with instrumentals my favorite instrumentals, and what it does, basically I have a lot of metaphors and analogies that I put out through my lyrics, and I'm translating that completely into my art. So if I'm like rapping about a dinosaur, I'll draw a dinosaur with, and if I'm rapping about, freedom, I'll draw birds coming out of the mouth, and it's just this whole like abstract kind of vibe, and at the same time it's translated like through the surreal part of my mind. And I really enjoy this project that I'm working on right now, because not only am I using Indian ink, what I do is I draw it and I end up inverting the image so it's black on white, and it makes it like the contrasts involved with that. It's pretty cool, like just the way it turned out. Yeah.
Engage with your own imagination. Put your ideas into an animation.
When I first learned to pick up a pen, my imagination took flight. Blessing or curse, whether this, I don't feel like my mental health, has any role in like limiting me necessarily with my art. And I have this thing, what it's called is hypnagogia, where during the onset of sleep and the transitional state of waking up, I feel like my REM state is always on, and it never shuts down. So thoughts and images, and sometimes when I'm even drawing, like I see the image on the paper, so I end up just tracing it, and it's just kind of it's kind of a really cool process in terms of making art. So
engage with your own imagination. Put your ideas into an animation. It's an occasion and a moment full of sensation. Send it out to the world and the nation. So engage with your own imagination. Put your ideas into an animation. It's an occasion and a moment full of sensation. Send it out to the world and the nation.